Ladies and gentlemen, live from the UMass Curry Hicks cage for the boys D1 Western Mass Finals of 2020. On the evening of Friday, March 8th, it is between the Central High School Golden Eagles and the reigning Putnam Beavers. This shall be a great matchup, as we previously saw the Minnetonka Falcons defeat the Central High School Golden Eagles in the girls D1 State Mass or Western Mass Finals. So getting ready for this game for the starters for the Eagles: Jadrian Feliciano, Martinez, Morris, Griffin, and Key. For the Beavers, it's Harmon, English, Green, Feliciano, and Triplett. So a matchup that we are very used to seeing, other than a couple Amherst matchups between Central and Putnam. Putnam and Central are almost always at the top here in the past couple years. For the Western Mass Finals here at the Curry Hicks cage, jump ball getting ready to start as Therese Morris is up for it for the Eagles, and English is up for the Beavers. Ball is up, English wins, and Feliciano will recover it. It's Julio Feliciano, guarded by Jonathan Martinez. Feliciano to swing it out to Harmon. Harmon on the wing. He's going to drive, but kick it out to English. English out top. Now it's just Harmon again. Harmon's shot, put up, and gets it to go for two. 2-0 now, your start of the score. Beavers up. Martinez now for the Eagles will start it up and look to take over. He's going to kick it to Key. Key to Morris. Morris in the corner. Going to swing it past the Key. Key fake. Shot up. Good for two. And now it's Julio Feliciano for the Beavers to start it off again. 2-2 your score. A Key finish and a Harmon finish. Now for the Beavers, the floater was up and no good. The attempt up again. Green's three is good. So the Beavers starting off hot. The triplet shot no good, but the Green three puts them up by three. Martinez the Key. Key back to Martinez. To Feliciano. To Martinez. Back to Feliciano. Tip. Onto the other side. It's triplet. Drive. No good. Feliciano shot no good. Key with the effort to save it. Gives it to Feliciano. Griffin saves it. And now Martinez. It'll be a turnover. Beavers ball. So there'll be a foul on Morse in the Beavers ball. They'll have the inbound. 2-5 your score off of a three-pointer to put them up from Jason Green. There's Green with it. Bounce to Feliciano. Tipped by Feliciano. Back to Julio Feliciano. Now it's triplet. Shot up. Good for three. And another one. Here's Martinez now. Gives it a Key. Key to Morse. Back to Martinez, to Feliciano. Bounce to Key in the corner, to Griffin in the paint. Rejected by Harmon. And now here's Feliciano. And he on the other end was stopped by Key, but there will be a foul. It'll be a shooting foul. And Feliciano limping. So it'll be on Martinez. Feliciano could be hurt after this. First free throw is up, and he gets it to go. So the Eagles starting off rough as the Beavers looking great. Maybe it's deja vu. And Feliciano gets both down. So now here's Martinez. Martinez the call for help, but gives it to Feliciano. Feliciano to Morris. Morris in the corner. He's got it by English. Gives it to Griffin. Griffin in the paint. Spin. Foul drawn as Harmon was there on the defense. So the foul on Harmon will send Griffin to the line, and he'll be there to shoot 2. And Griffin, shot number 1 is up and good. Griffin looking to get number 2. Make it a 6-point deficit for the Eagles. Up and good. 4-10 now your score off of the Griffin free throws, and Keith Key with his bucket. Being the only buckets for the Eagles tonight. The pass from Green to Feliciano. He's being double teamed. Martinez picks it up, gives it to Jadrian Feliciano. Drive, and he gets it to go off the glass and for 2. Feliciano to Green. Green to Triplett. Triplett almost intercepted as it goes up. And there'll be a foul on Jadrian Feliciano. So 5:09 left to go in the first quarter, and a strong start for the Beavers. Here's Triplett. Handoff to Feliciano. Stolen by Martinez. Goes out of bounds, and it'll remain Beavers' ball. But to start off like this for both teams, it's definitely good, especially because the Eagles are now being able to come back into it after a rough start, being down 2-10. Now only down 4. Here's Green. He has a dagger of his own. Calling for help. That's Green. Loses it. And the hustle from Feliciano scares him, and he puts it up quickly, can't connect. Griffin, however, gets the rebound off of his attempt. Jump ball, and it will be... I'll be ruled a jump ball. Nope. It'll be Eagles ball on that one, and Key will inbound it in. Key. He'll find Martinez on the top of the key. Gonna call up for help from Feliciano. Screen him out, sending him to the top of the key. He'll be guarded by Feliciano as well. Deep 3, no good. Couldn't hold on to the rebound. And now on the fast break, here's Jason Green. Drive. Finish no good. Sticks with it. Ball out of bounds, and it will be Eagles ball. Fast pace, intensity. Here's Martinez. Martinez the Key on the wing, guarded by Green. Key to spread it back out to Martinez, to Feliciano in the corner, back to Martinez, to Key. Key back to Martinez. Martinez drive, and there's going to be a charge on him. A questionable drive on his own, but it'll get overturned, and it'll be Beavers ball. Subbing out Martinez will be Pop Watson, the freshman. Green to Feliciano. The double team leaves Green open, but Griffin steps up. He takes the 3, can't get it to go. Triplett rebound, no good. Key looking for it, but Feliciano ends up with it. He's on to the fast break. The momentum is there. He goes up to the finish, and the foul is called. That fast break momentum has been very live for the past couple minutes. 3:40 to go in the first quarter, 10-6 your score. The Eagles down 4, and it will give the opportunity to put them down 2. Jadrian Feliciano, the junior, shot number 1, good. 7-10 now, your updated score off of free throw number 1. To cut it down to 2 points, here's number 2. And to knock it down, he gets it to go. 8-10 now, your score with 3:40 to go in the first quarter. Green inbounds it to Julio Feliciano. Back to Green. Jason Green back to Feliciano. Back to Green. Feliciano looked to intercept it. Now it's to Harmon. Harmon double teamed by Morse and Feliciano, but it will stay Beavers ball. Green on the inbound. Gives it a triplet. Guarded by Feliciano. He steals it, strips it up. Key to recover, and it looked like it went out of bounds on Green. And it will be Eagles ball. Morse to inbound it to Pop Watson. The freshman Watson will take over. He'll be guarded by Feliciano if he moves to the top of the key. He'll wait up and give it to Feliciano. Back to Morse in the corner. Morse to move it. Drive on the baseline. Griffin couldn't grab the rebound. And here's triplet on to the other end. Bounce pass to English. And it's stripped. And they're going to call a foul on Pop. Watson called for it. With 2:59 to go. And Feliciano inbounds it to Green. Shot no good. Key on the rebound. Now he takes it on. The pull-up J from mid-range. Gets it to go. Tie a game, folks, to start it off. 10-10. 2:45 to go in the first quarter. And Green gives it out to Triplet. Triplet finds English in the corner, and there is Morse who ejects it. And Harmon goes down. And the pass is intercepted by Key, but he could not hold on to it as it goes out of bounds. And that momentum is here. As I mentioned earlier, it is looking great for both teams, offensively and defensively. Electric stops and electric finishes. Feliciano on the inbound, guarded by Watson, goes for Harmon, tipped out of bounds, Beavers ball. Feliciano to give it out to Triplet, now to Green. Green, floater, heavy finish, gets it off the glass for two. Watson to slop it out to Feliciano, stolen, but Griffin holds on to it. He gives it to Watson. Watson, deep three on the wing, air ball. That'll go out of bounds, and it will be Beavers ball. 12-10 your score. And checking in for the Eagles, the junior Andy Rosario will check in for Jadrian Feliciano. Green now. Double team by Key and Watson, gets it to Triplet. Triplet to find Harmon. Harmon pull up J. Good. 4-point lead now for the Beavers, and now on the quick handoff, it's Watson. Watson to slow the tempo down. Gets it across. Gives it a Key. Key to Morse, but it was tipped out. That'll be Eagles ball. Harmon read it. So now Watson will be on the inbound. And Justin Gabriel will check in for Keith Key. Gabriel hands it off to Watson. Watson at the logo to Gabriel on the corner now to Morse. Morse back to Watson. Watson to Rosario. Rosario to Gabriel. Gabriel before the buzzer sounds, no good. Griffin sticks with it. Can't get it to go. Gabriel stays with it too, and he gets the putback to go. 12-14 now, your updated score after the putback. 1:04 to go in the first quarter. Feliciano to Triplet. Triplet down to Harmon on the wing. Harmon to Triplet. Triplet guarded by Watson. Triplet back to Harmon. Harmon to hold on to it, guarded by Gabriel. Gives it to Feliciano, guarded by Rosario. Rosario to stick with him. Feliciano bounce pass to Triplet on the wing shot. Can't get it to go. Out of bounds, and they call it to go out, and it'll be Eagles ball with 43.8 of a second to go. 14-12, and the Eagles are down 2. Checking in for the Eagles, you'll see Therese Moore sub out. And now for the inbound, Watson. He'll take it down. 25 on the shot, 36 on the game. Looks for Gabriel in the corner to Griffin, and there's the foul call. So Johnson will go to the line to shoot 2. Well, come down to less than a shot clock left in the first quarter. A lot more action than we saw previously, and a lot of high offense and a lot of defense, too, from the Eagles. And now as they look to cut that deficit to 1, Johnson gets his first free throw to go. For the Beavers, it started off quick. It was Green who really looked good for them. But after a couple missed shots, the Eagles look to finish it up. Johnson's second free throw, no good. With less than a shot clock to go, the Beavers get the rebound. It's Feliciano to move it. Guarded by Watson. He's going to get it to Green, but it was intercepted. They hold on to it. Feliciano to Triplett. Triplett guarded by Rosario to Feliciano guarded by Gabriel. Looking to hold on to it to maybe get the last shot of the quarter. To get it to Harmon. Harmon guarded by Johnson to Feliciano. Feliciano loses it. And now on the other end is Gabriel onto the fast break. Can't get it to go. Johnson, no rebound. And that will end the first quarter. Well, then the first quarter, the score will be the Beavers up by 1, 14-13, the Eagles. And to do a quick analysis with sophomore from Central, Dan McLaughlin. To cut it off, we're going to recap what we saw in the first quarter. Dan, we saw a lot of high action offense and defense from both teams. What do you personally think Central needs to do to keep that lead short and get back into it?
I think Central's got to watch the turnover. Make sure they're making smart passes and look for open shots. Keep scoring on the offensive side of the ball.
Absolutely, Dan. Coming into this, there was, seeing the Eagles lose for the girls. They got to come into this and at least try to win us something here. But of course, when we see the Beavers come out like this, it's almost like it's deja vu from last year, as they are just unstoppable coming out like this. I mean, last year was a different team, don't get me wrong. But of course, it was a different team for the Eagles as well. Who do you think is looking the best out here for the Eagles?
Joe Griffin looks strong in the paint. He's grabbed a few rebounds. Keith Key looks very good on defense as well. But both teams are playing very strong early.
I would agree with you there. The electricity is going to be what's really important for the Eagles. It might not just be the scoring, but the heart and soul and Keith Key and, of course, Griffin being able to be there, anchors on defense as well, is going to be big. So thank you, Dan, for joining me. We'll check back with you at the end of the second quarter as well to get into halftime. Once again, Dan McLaughlin. Well, checking back into the second quarter. As I mentioned, 1-point deficit for the Eagles, 14-13 your score. And the Beavers will get possession. Green to inbound it. He finds Triplett. He'll be guarded by Rosario. Triplett to drive, kicks it out to Green, gets the pump fake, back to Triplett. Jab, step, fake, drive, floater, up, no good. Gabriel hauls in the board, gives it a pop. Pop Watson now. Finds Griffin. Now to Johnson. Johnson scoops it in for 2, and they take the lead. And here's Feliciano, who'll be guarded by Gabriel. Feliciano. Now double team by Watson and Gabriel. Stripped out. Looking for the recovery, but it's an easy lane, and there's Triplett to finish it. And now for the Eagles, Johnson looking to power his way in off the glass. No good. And there's Green. Green on to the other end. Bodies Watson out. Gets it to Triplett. Now to Harmon. Harmon. Post shot, no good. Neither is English's. Swatted, but they call the foul. Josiah Griffin charged. And they'll go to the line. And what a fast-paced game this really is. As I keep mentioning, it's just great to see as both teams are keeping it close to start it off. And what are always seeming to be the best games, no one likes a blowout. You like to not know who wins until that last couple seconds. And that's exactly how it was last year. Andy Rosario was a big factor of keeping them alive to the last second due to a dagger three-pointer with less than 12 seconds to go. And the Beavers were able to close it off and go to the championship. They weren't able to win it, but we'll see what they can do now. English's second shot, or his first shot, no good, and Rosario on the board to Johnson. Can't hold on to it. Triplet will take over. Triplet guarded by Watson. He gives it to Harmon. Harmon to Feliciano. Feliciano on the shot was Dickerson, no good. And Johnson takes in the rebound. There will be a foul called. So now we'll see how the Eagles translate that onto the offensive end. Pop Watson to take it down. Fake pass, but it was intercepted. Great defense from the Beavers. Here's Feliciano. He's going to bounce it out to Harmon. And now it's English. English, open shot, can't get it to go. Dickerson hustling for the save, gets it. There's Feliciano, pull up three from deep, no good. Rosario rebound. Rosario is gonna slow it down and pass it out to Watson. Watson to clear it out. He's got 22 seconds to roll with. As he's been slow, you can see, taking his time. Back to Watson. Top of the key to Rosario on the wing. Back to Watson. Pick by Johnson. Watson bounce pass to Gabriel in the corner for three. No good. Off the mark. English rebound. And now here's Feliciano. Feliciano, sham god out. And there's Triplet. Triplet goes out of bounds and it will be Eagles ball. 5:30 to go and still a 1-point game. Josiah Griffin will inbound as checks in, and Rosario is out as DeAven will come in once again. For them, DeAven Reynolds comes in for the Eagles. Watson on the logo. He's going to isolate down, holds on to it, pass out to Reynolds, back to Watson. And there's Griffin in the paint. And the miss. Johnson, rebound, put back, good for two. And the lead is the Eagles again, 17-16 your score. Feliciano. And here's Green. He finds Dickerson. And now it's on the other end. Watson on the fast break. Fake, beautiful pass to Gabriel. And he's not only a quarterback, he's a point guard. Great play on that one on the fast break for the Eagles. And Gabriel gets called for the foul as he hits Harmon on the pass attempt. 4:36 to go, and on the whistle, Josiah Griffin, Therese Morse, and Ojulu Ama will be checking in as Joseph Griffin checks in for Josiah, and Justin Gabriel will get out as well. So now Harmon on the free throw. It's up and it's good. So the 1-on-1 will work for him as he'll go for number 2. So now Harmon to get a 1-point deficit for them. He gets it to go. 19-18 your score. Morse on the quick rebound to Watson. Watson to slow it down. Has options. The Morse screen will find him a pull-up J from mid-range. No good. And they're going to call no good on that, and it'll be a foul. It looks. It'll be Beavers ball. Morse get called for the foul. Beavers ball. And so already seem to be in the bonus. Jason Green will shoot. So Feliciano will check in for Morse. And now the Beavers have the opportunity to take or at least tie. Green's first attempt will allow him to take number 2 on that 1-1 opportunity. Makes it a tie game. 19-19, your score now. First half coming to a close, 4:22 to go. And he gets that to go. They take the lead. Here is Watson. Watson has to slow it down. And this will be a big game for him, of course, the freshman who is already a state champ for football, as well as a lot of these players. Would be nice to play well for the basketball game. The pass is no good, but it will go out of bounds on the Beavers, and it will remain Eagles ball. 19-20 down by 1, 4:06 to go in the first half. We need that intensity to stick with them. So now Reynolds bounce pass to Watson. Watson gets Griffin in the paint. Griffin scoops it up off the glass in for 2. They take the lead. Here's Green now. He'll bring it down for the Beavers. He's going to pass it out to Triplett. Triplett back to Green. Green guarded by Feliciano. Wide right pass, and it'll go out of bounds. It'll be Eagles possession. Eagles to take over. It'll be Griffin on the inbound looking for Watson. 3:46 to go as we're approaching halftime shortly. We'll see what the Eagles can do offensively now. Here's Watson as he's been draining the clock smartly. Reynolds on the corner 3. Can't get it to go. But there's Griffin on the putback attempt. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2 on the shooting foul. And Griffin's first shot will be no good. So they have the opportunity to go up 2 with 3:27 to go. So time progresses. Of course, you get tired, but it doesn't seem to me that the Eagles are stopping their intensity as well as the Beavers. Beavers playing great. They're not quite as well as both offensively and defensively. These teams are looking great. So it looks like there's some confusion that's holding off this second free throw. As the referees are waiting. But to start it off for this game, as we have time, I will give a shout out to the Focus Springfield production crew today. Brendan Holland, our producer, as well as Josue Vasquez, our camera and editor. And then Josh Mojica at camera as well. And now everything is all fixed. And Griffin going for shot number 2 to get that 2-point deficit up. And he gets it to go, 2-point lead now. And the Beavers will take over. Julio Feliciano checking in. And as well as Barbosa for the Beavers checks in. Another check-in for them, Parker Haywood. So now Feliciano, guarded by Reynolds. He's going to get it out. And they call it turnover. Eagles ball now with 3:15 to go. 2-point lead. Griffin inbounded into Watson. Watson slowly taking it as he seems to really like to milk that clock. Watson to give it to Feliciano in the corner, back to Watson on the wing, to Reynolds on the other wing, back to Watson, to Reynolds. Reynolds pull up 3, takes it, gets it to go for 3. 25-20 your score now off the dagger from Reynolds. 2:50 to go. Feliciano holds on to it. And there's Triplett to find English, and it's swatted by Ojulu Amat. The big man, Junior, letting his presence be known with 2:44 to go. Feliciano on the inbound. Feliciano gets it safely, but Reynolds to strip it. English holds on. There's Triplett to recover. Triplett guarded by Reynolds, and there's Feliciano jumping high and long to hit it. But they call another foul. And William Watson talking to his son, Pop, to make sure everything's all right. So Feliciano goes to the line for the 1-on-1 opportunity. And check it in quickly. Parker Haywood will check in. He'll take out Stefan Tripp. Watson will come out for Keith Key as well. So Feliciano set to take his first free throw. And he will not be shooting two. Number one, no good. And the rebound will go to the Beavers. Here's Haywood. Haywood to drive, loses it. Griffin, rebound now. To hold on to Feliciano. Feliciano drives. And they're going to call the foul. And it will be a blocking foul. And Feliciano to go to the line again. 2:23 to go in the first half. 25-20 your updated score. A 5-point deficit for the Beavers. And Feliciano being able to put that lead margin up by 6. He can. He gets his second one to go after breaking that 1-and-1 to convert it. It'll be 7 up for them. 27-20 will be a great way to give the Beavers possession and hopefully get a stop. If you're the Eagles, Feliciano can't get it to go, and it's English who had the rebound. Whistle blown. And it go back to the line on the line violation on the Beavers. Feliciano once again getting that second opportunity. It's up and it's good. Clock rolling now, 2:20 to go. 20-27 your score. Feliciano on the steal, on the fast break to break it again. Rejected shortly from Haywood as he got up. And here's Amat. Amat stolen, and Haywood with some great defensive presence. The athleticism is freakish on those last couple sequences. Going out of bounds, Griffin will inbound it for the Eagles. Gets it to Reynolds. Reynolds, the sophomore. Guarded by Feliciano. Lob it out to Key in the corner to Feliciano on the shot, no good. Key couldn't grab the rebound, instead it's Green. Now Feliciano onto the other end. Fast break. Drives to the lane. No good, foul. So Reynolds gets charged with the foul and will give it to Feliciano at the line. He'll be shooting 2. Shot 1 is up for him, and it is good. 21-27 your score now. 6 points cut for the Beavers. Shot number 2 is good. And Putnam will call a timeout. That will be from Coach Shepard. We're going to look it over with his boys, and we'll see exactly what they will do. But more importantly, the start of the Eagles has been impressive. So now, I mean, really all in all, this game has just been very well. But to translate real quick, we would like to give a quick shout out to the mayor of Springfield, Mayor Sarno, of course, showing up and supporting his city here at the Curry Hicks KH All Out in Amherst. Once again, thank you, Mayor Sarno, but another big thank you to Brendan Howard, Josue Vasquez, and Josh Mojica for Focus Springfield. If you're just tuning in, 27-22 your score with less than 2 minutes to go in the first half. This is Ciro Zanetti broadcasting play-by-play for you. And the timeout called will end shortly by Shepard. And we'll give Beavers another opportunity at redemption. So now the inbound to Reynolds. Reynolds to Griffin. Back to Reynolds. Reynolds to sneak by. Beautiful pass. And it looked tipped out And that will be out on the Eagles. And the Beavers will have it. Now, here's Barbosa. That will go out. So now on the inbounds, Haywood. Haywood to look for his man. That's Feliciano. Feliciano got by Reynolds. He'll move up shortly with 1:25 to go in the first half. He finds Green, guarded by Key. Key to stick with it. Screen by English. Stays with him, but Griffin swaps up. Feliciano guarded tight now by Reynolds. Reynolds sticking with him. The matchup's there. Green by Walker. There it is. Shot. Good for three. And a nice dagger. 27-25 now. Keith Key, quick pull up, no good. Rebound by Barbosa. 2-point lead for the Eagles. They need to be tight on it. Green, great athleticism. Can't get it to go, but English put back. Tie game. Tie game now. Feliciano gets Reynolds. Reynolds, quick pull up, Jay. No good off the glass. And there will be a foul jump. 34.8 to go. In the first half, tie game. This is huge for the Beavers as they have been trailing. And now free throw number one. He gets it to go, and now they take a lead. So shot no good, 28-27 your score with less than 30 to go in the first half. Watson, he has 23 seconds to work with on the shot clock. He's going to look for Griffin, and the foul is called. So now Griffin's shot, or his attempt, will be up, and he gets it to go. 28-28, your updated score with 21.5 to go. And it looks like a line violation, or lane violation. So they won't get the shot, and with 21.5, that'll be big. As the Beavers now are going to roll it in to cut time now. Clock rolling. Here's Green, guarded by Feliciano. Stolen by Key. On to the other end. He lays it in. And he takes the lead. Expecting a bang right there. And now Key again. On to the other lane to beat halftime. Lays it up and one from Keith Key. Flexing on him. Show that strength out. 1 3/10 of a second to go in the first half. He'll go to the line. And Key showing that ferocity offensively and defensively. Always a dog on that end. And now to convert that and one. He can't. Griffin to put it up quickly. Couldn't get it before the buzzer. Ladies and gentlemen, to end the first half, the Eagles up 32-28 against the Beavers. You are tuned into Focus Springfield, and we'll be back shortly after first half. What a cut shortly before the second half starts. I am live with our very own athletic director, Mr. Dwayne Early. So thank you for joining me. I just have a couple questions to cover because the one thing that's cool about looking at this sheet, you know, these other games, there's a lot of different things. But one thing for us is we have the same athletic director. How does it feel to be able to represent both teams that are playing tonight? And who are you rooting for personally?
Well, first of all, it's a great feeling to be able to see the city of Springfield well represented, not just in the final, but also in the semifinals. And we also had the ladies who made it to the championship game earlier this evening. So Springfield did really well on the court this year. So like I said, it's a great pleasure to represent the city of Springfield and watch all the kids have their success throughout this school year. And as far as rooting, it's neutral. Whoever wins, we all win. It's the city of Springfield.
Of course, of course. Now, as you mentioned, 3/4 of Springfield played on this court tonight here at the Curry Hicks cage to represent it. Do you have any advice for any of these young players, because it seems that Springfield is always here for the Curry Hicks cage, Western Mass, state finals, so it's always great to see that. But do you have any advice for the players itself for Springfield as we're looking to turn around?
The only advice I would give them is just keep doing what they're doing. I mean, obviously, one of the big things I always say is if I see them out here on the court, that means they're handling what they need to do in the classroom. And that's what we really care about in the city of Springfield is student-athlete, not athlete-student, but student comes first. And just seeing them out here and enjoying the sport that they love, it tells me one thing, that they're handling their business in the classroom. That makes me proud.
Thank you so much, Mr. Early. It was a pleasure to have you. And let's go watch some basketball.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, to start off the second half, after we talk with the athletic director, Mr. Early, we'll get back in action, and Keith Key will be set to inbound. We'll inbound it to Martinez. Martinez, Feliciano, Griffin, Morse, and Key are on the court for the Eagles. Feliciano drive, no good, rejected. That's English. Feliciano to hold on to it. Now it's Green. Green guarded by Morse. Pass out to English in the paint. English slicks it out to Feliciano. No good. Griffin rebound, and now it's Martinez. Martinez says, lob it out. Morse, paint, rejected. And now for the Beavers, it's Triplett. Triplett to drive, pull up J, no good. Feliciano with it now. He's gonna take it up for the floater, can't get it to go. Griffin trying to body his way in, can't hold on to it. And another floater, no good. Griffin. Foul, and it will be Central's ball. And Keith Key will be inbounding it. He finds Griffin. Griffin puts it up. No good. Rebound by English, and there will be a foul on Griffin. And so now, after that, it will send English to the line. 28-32 your score. 6:45 to go in the third quarter, starting it off strong. Free throw number 1 up, no good for English. And now for number 2, we'll see. English gets it to go. 32-29, your updated score now. Here's Martinez. Martinez does take it out to Feliciano, to Griffin, to Martinez. Martinez to Key. Key back to Martinez. To Morse. Morse fade away. Far off, but he was fouled. So the foul will send Morse to the line. Foul by Harmon. Number 1 is no good. So now Morse. His shot no good. Rebound from Green. So on the other end, it's Triplett. He looked for Harmon, but it ended up being Green who took it over. Now Green, paint, drive. Good for 2. And Key fumbled over in the mix, but now Martinez with it. Martinez to Griffin. Back to Martinez. Martinez, drive, no good. Green on the other end on the fast break opportunity. Morse and Feliciano chasing him, and Morse blocks it. Now here is Feliciano's shot. Keith Key can't put it back up. Martinez can't get the rebound. Feliciano and Martinez stick with it both, and Martinez strips it out. It'll be a jump ball. So for the Eagles, Andy Rosario will check in for what seems to be Jadrian Feliciano. And so now a 1-point lead for the Eagles. Remains it still such a close game. And still that high action is trailing. So on what was a tech, Green, first free throw was good. Number 2 is up, and it's good. So now Putnam takes the lead. (33-32) your score after Beavers finally taking the lead on the free throws. Feliciano inbounds it to Green. Green guarded by Morse. He's gonna milk the clock, gets it to Triplett. Guarded by Rosario. Now to Harmon. Harmon can't hold on to it, and it'll be Eagles ball. So Martinez has it. Martinez to hold on. Bounce pass to Rosario to find Morse. Morse to hold on. And they'll go out of bounds. So now Martinez, bounce pass to Griffin. Griffin hits Rosario in the corner to Morse. Morse to Martinez. Martinez to swing into Keith Key in the corner. Key to Morse. Morse puts it up. Rejected by English and Harmon. So now the foul on Putnam will send Morse to the line. His first shot is no good. Morris looking up for his second shot. Gets it to go. 33-33 now, once again tied game. Still back in this as both teams need every possession to work out for them. Here's Green. Green guarded by Keith Key. Green to finish, I should have said. Now here's Triplett. And he gets rejected by Griffin. Rosario on the other end. Beautiful pass to Martinez, and he gets rejected. Morse puts up the shot to end the block party. And Martinez staying with it on the press. 4:40 to go. Feliciano with it. He's double teamed by Morse and Martinez. Green to find English. Here's Feliciano. Now triplet to Green. Open three. Can't get it to go. Keith Key rebound. Key slings it to Rosario. Rosario drive. He can't get it to go. Waiting for the call. So they call it on Griffin. It'll be Beavers ball. And here's triplet tipped out. There's Martinez. Martinez to drive. Beautiful switch around. Couldn't finish. Rosario can't grab the rebound. Martinez gets it. Can't hold on to it. Feliciano now. And there will be a foul. And another foul on the Eagles with 3:35 to go. We'll give the Beavers the inbound. So now Barbosa on the three, gets it to go on a big shot. And that was huge for the Beavers. Key now to Morse quickly. Morse fade away. Keith Key gets fouled. So Barbosa called for the foul, and Key will get the shots. Will Johnson looking to check in for the Eagles as well. And now, number 2 gets it to go. See how his second one will go. 36-36, Key. 36-36, Key's second free throw is good. 37-36 now your score. 3:37 to go in the third quarter. Triplet, drive, up, no good. Johnson rebound. Johnson to Martinez. Martinez finish good off the glass and for 2. And here's Feliciano to hit, give it a Green. Green, floater, good for 2. 3:07 to go. Here's Key. Key, Euro step in the lane for 2. And now here's Green. Green using the screen from Barbosa, backs out, gives it a triplet, guarded by Rosario. On the top of the key to the wing to Green, guarded by Key. Green shot up, no good. Count it! He gets the bounce, but they call the timeout, and the Beavers get it. And so on the timeout called. 41-41 your score off of the Jason Green. Incredible 3 to go off that sequence. 2:44 to go here in the third quarter. Exquisite offensive performances from both teams to finish it off. As we have this break, we like to give another shout out of the night to Brendan Holland, Osway Vasquez, and Josh Mojica for helping us out here and making this happen. You're at the Curry X Cage on the night of Friday, March 8th for the men's D1 basketball Western Mass State Finals. So Griffin inbounds it to Martinez after the timeout is over with. We'll see what the Eagles can do, looking to break that tie and take the lead. Martinez to give it to Rosario on the wing. Now it's to Griffin. Stolen, but Martinez holds on to it. Can he finish? He does! Martinez gets it to go. 2-point lead back to the Eagles now. And now it's Green. Green to Feliciano. To Triplett. Open three. No good. Johnson can't hold on to it. Barbosa gives it to Green. Green three. Can't get it to go. Key rebound. Gives it to Rosario. Rosario drive. No good. Johnson rebound. Finds Keith Key for the three and rejected. Key gets it back. Finds Rosario in the corner. No good. Johnson rebound. Johnson can't get it to go. Griffin rebound. And he gets it to go for the and one. Joseph Griffin able to finish strong. And it puts the Eagles up to the point where they want to be. 45-41 now has the opportunity to get it to 46-41. 1:46 to go in the third quarter. Griffin on the attempt. Can't get it to go, but Key on the rebound. Gets it to Martinez. Martinez in the corner. Going to swoop it out to the wing. Now to the top of the key. Martinez has his options. Reynolds instead uses Griffin now to Johnson. Johnson's shot way off the mark. Goes out of bounds, and that will be Beavers' ball. 1:31 to go in the third quarter. Trailing by 4. We'll have to see what the Beavers can do to pick it up. Now it's Triplett. Triplett will be guarded by Reynolds. Triplett on the top of the key. He's going to give it down to Haywood. He holds on to it now in the corner. Triplett shot no good. Now here's Griffin. Griffin to move the momentum out. There's Martinez on the corner. Martinez crosses, drive, down to Reynolds on the shot. No good. Martinez hauls it in for the board to keep the ball going. Almost exactly 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. 4-second difference. And now Reynolds corner three, no good. Rebound attempt from Triplett, out of bounds. And it'll be Beavers' ball. Gabriel will check in for Key. And so now the Eagles have the lineup of Gabriel, Reynolds, Martinez, Griffin, and Johnson. So here's Haywood. Haywood guarded by Martinez. The poke from Reynolds is good, but now Martinez to Gabriel. Gabriel across the lane, rejected in the paint. And again swatted out as Johnson couldn't finish strong. 33 3/10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And the defensive presence was remarkable for the Beavers to keep them alive in this game. So Green now being guarded by Gabriel. Green to push it, foul, and that'll slow the game down. So the foul on Gabriel will lead up to a Green inbound. He fakes to Barbosa, instead gives it to Haywood. Haywood guarded by Reynolds. 22 to go. Haywood doesn't have the shot clock to worry about. Back to Green, guarded by Gabriel. Presses the sideline, and they call the foul. And so that will look to send Green to the line. Twelve and 3/10 seconds to go. Once again with Green sent to the line. His first attempt will be up shortly. It's up, and it's good, so we will get number 2 on the 1-on-1 opportunity. Here at the Curry X cage for the men's D1 Western Mass State Finals between the Beavers and the Eagles. A familiar sight if you are a Springfield fan. As we always see, these two teams seem to go at it, whether it be the Hoop Hall Classic or the Curry-Hicks Cage. It's always a fun one. And Green gets number 2 to go down as well. 2-point deficit for the Beavers. With 6 seconds to go, Martinez bounce pass to Reynolds in the corner for 3. Gets it to go. Count it up. 48-43. Your end of the score for the third quarter. And to transition into the fourth quarter, we have another guest, Central junior Gavin Holland. And Gavin, watching this game, what do you see the best from the Eagles?
Oh, definitely our transition ball, getting the ball on defense, which we're playing very tightly, and then transitioning the ball into our offensive half of the court.
Now, if you're the Eagles, what do you see a lot from the defense of the Beavers? They stopped them a lot in the start of the game, but now, as the Eagles are scoring a lot, so are the Beavers, but what do you think about the difference between the Beavers' defense from then and now?
I think the pace is changing a lot for both sides, but specifically for the Beavers, and their paint defense is especially good in the third quarter.
Well, absolutely for the Beavers, we saw a lot of transition baskets in keeping that ball rolling to make sure that they get it going. Gavin, pleasure to have you by my side and answer some questions to analyze what went on.
I'll see you later, Sarah.
All right, Gavin. So big thanks to Dan McLaughlin, Central sophomore, and Gavin Holland, Central junior, helping us out on the quick Q&A for the game that we are witnessing. 48-43 your score with 8 minutes to go in the game to kick off the fourth quarter. Obi Triplett inbounding it. And for the Eagles, Gabriel, Watson, Reynolds, Johnson, and Griffin on the court for them. Haywood, Triplett, Green, Barbosa, and Harmon for the Beavers. Here's Triplett. Uses the screen from Harmon, goes back around. Griffin stays with it. His presence is there. Gabriel with the rebound, slings it out to the quarterback, but now point guard Watson rejected, but they call the foul. So Watson being sent to the line. We'll give him that opportunity. Number 1 is good. 49-43 your score now. Now, one thing that I've learned calling these games between Putnam and Central is both teams always have that great three-point ability. But when it comes to that last second, Central and Putnam keep it down to that wire because those 6-point leads can turn to a tie game in seconds between them. So we got to keep in mind for that. But now for the Beavers, it's Triplett. Guarded by Watson, gives it to Barbosa. Barbosa guarded by Johnson. Swings it to Harmon. Harmon on the elbow. Shot no good. Johnson sticks with it now, but here is Watson. Watson, hold on to it, get across the court, slow it down, pull up 3, no good. There's Griffin on the rebound. Shot no good. Gabriel can't get it in. Instead, it's Haywood. Haywood on the rebound to spread out the offense. 7:05 to go here in the fourth quarter. 50-43 your score. 7-point deficit for the Beavers. Holds on to the ball. Here's Harmon. Harmon guarded by Griffin. Harmon to give it to Green. Green out to Triplett. Stays with it. There's the Haywood. Here's to Green on the shot. No good. Harmon can't get it to go. Griffin will take over. Griffin to Watson. Watson going to slow it down. Finds Gabriel. Back to Watson. Watson deep 3. No good. Griffin rebound. Puts it up. No good as well. Harmon hauls in the board. And Harmon holds it in, and they call the foul. 6:16 to go, and still that 7-point lead for the Eagles. And Julio Feliciano will check in. Haywood will check out. Harmon will get up for his first shot. Number 1 is up, and he can't get it to go, so it won't go any farther than that. And Johnson's attempt on that rebound will give the Beavers a ball going out of bounds. So turnover quickly. And for the Eagles, Johnson checks out, and Ojulu Omat comes in for him. Feliciano on the inbound. He finds Barbosa to Green, back to Feliciano, to Triplet, guarded by Reynolds. Now gives it to Harmon. Harmon called for the travel. Now the inbound is good as Watson gives it off to Reynolds, backs to Watson to confuse them. Keep it going. Ball movement well. Watson to get across. Fakes it around. Beautiful slick pass to Griffin. Griffin gets charged up. They'll get that foul. Harmon charged with the foul will send Griffin to the line to shoot 2. So now, Griffin on the line. And the shot is no good. He'll get that other opportunity. And now, Griffin's second shot up and no good. Goes out of bounds. That will be Eagles ball. Great performance on both ends of the floor tonight from both teams. 50-43, still a close game. 7-point deficit for the Beavers. Gives it to Reynolds. Reynolds jab, fake, pass out to Amat. Amat open 3. The big man can't get it to go. Instead, English hauls in the board. Feliciano on the other end, rejected by Griffin. Sends it out to the stands. Here's Feliciano. Feliciano pull up J, can't get it to go. Griffin brings it in. Here's Watson again, 5:23 to go in the game. Smart move by him to slow it down. Here's Amat. To Watson, to Reynolds, to Gabriel for 3. Count it! Gabriel gets it to go quickly, 53-43, a 10-point lead for the Eagles. They need to stay in and play this high momentum ball game. So here is the Feliciano pass to set up Barbosa. It's good. 4:42 to go now. And here's Watson. Watson. Give it out to Gabriel. Gabriel, another 3. Heavily contested. Count it for 3. 56-45 your score now. Light him up. Barbosa pass to English. Foul, met at the rim. Foul on Griffin. We'll send English to the line. First shot is good. Now to put in Morse, taking out Griffin. Here's English. Aggressive play today as he's been looking great, but the second free throw no good. Here's Watson. Strong performances from Feliciano as well as Green, English, and Harmon. Reynolds bounce pass to Amat. Another three attempt from the big man, no good. And Morse with the diving attempt. They call the timeout just in time. They call that timeout with the 10-point lead. 3:47 to go. And so, another quick recap to look over everything really. With 3:47 to go, this game is far from over. The amount of abilities both teams have to score and keep this ball going will be impressive, but 56-46, 3:47 to go. The Eagles up for now. And a final shout out for the game, hopefully as the timeouts always come pouring in at the end. But another big shout out to the crew that made it happen. Brendan Holland, Josue Vasquez, and Josh Mojica. Thank you for the Focus production team tonight. Once again, I am Cyril Zanetti for the play-by-play broadcasting, and wrapping it up shortly, we'll see our boys D1 Western Mass State Final champions. So now checking in after the Eagles got that stop, calling timeout. The same five on the court of Amat, Watson, Gabriel, Reynolds, and Morse. Gabriel gets it into Reynolds. Feliciano heavy on defense. Reynolds to sling it out to Amat. Amat guarded by Barbosa behind the back. Drive and one for Amat. I mean, just great finish from Amat, the big man, to get it to go. But a good foul from Barbosa to keep it in there, but of course Amat's able to finish. And Dice will be checking in for Barbosa, and Amat converts that and one. 59-46, your score now. Feliciano, guarded by Watson. Amat gets called up for the foul. So the Amat foul will set up Feliciano on the line for 1-on-1. We'll be shooting two, check that. 3:22 to go in this championship game as it is getting down to the wire. And now attempt number two, set to go off. No good. And they call the foul, looks to be on English for over the back. So Morse to inbound it for the Eagles, 59-47. Instead, they'll set it up as a tech, maybe. Or they'll set it up as a one-on-one opportunity. Morse. No good. Here is Green. Green, intercepted by Gabriel to Amat. Amat saves it. They call a foul. 59-47 your score. And Amat gets the opportunity to boost that lead up. Free throw good for Amat. To go 2 for 2. Shot is up. No good, can't get the bounce. And the English rebound, intended for Feliciano, goes out of bounds and will be a turnover. So now Gabriel on the inbound to Watson. Watson can't finish. Gabriel can't either. Morris tries to tip it up. And staying with it, it's Green. On the other end, he meets him in the paint and finishes strong. Morse at the line again. As these type of games that come down to the wire seem to always got to get up in that bonus, you know. Morse. Shot no good. Naylor checks in for the Beavers. Morse. Shot is good. And now here's Triplett. Guarded by Reynolds. Gives it to Feliciano. And now Feliciano passes it out to Green. 3. Gets it to go for 3. And now here's Morse. Morse finds Reynolds. Reynolds for 3. Gets it to go. Answers back. And Reynolds almost swoops it out, but here's Triplett. Answers back again. They have to call a timeout. (64-55), your updated score with 2:06 to go. And now with just 2:06 to go, they still have time to put up a comeback. Now, however, in a comeback, it can't just be an offensive-heavy possession comeback. When you're in this type of situation for the Beavers, you got to make sure that defense is on lock. And that's something that has been proved very hard for them to stop this game. As every lead that they get, they cannot seem to stop that offense of the Central High Golden Eagles. So we'll see how it goes after the smart call of the timeout from Watson. We'll see what can go on now. It will be Eagles ball. And another timeout for Central. So still another timeout for Central to, I'm not sure really, but they did call the timeout. And time is not ticking. 2:06 still on the game clock. With that 64-55 lead, if you are just now tuning in to the boys D1 State Championship or Western Mass State Finals, you are in for a treat as the action on both sides have been there all game. And now for the Eagles, Morse, Key, Reynolds, Amat, and Watson in. Watson gets it out to Amat. Amat steps back for it. Now he does it again, catches him slipping, gives it a Key. Key can't hold on to it for Morse. And what would have been a highlight play, they couldn't hold on to it. And so Watson now inbounding it, finds Key. Key posts him up, fade away, no good. Here's Green. Green can't get it to go, and Amat now. Amat to Reynolds. Reynolds to drive. Scoops in for two. And now Triplet. Out of bounds, stays Beavers ball. 1:26 to go, 66-55 to go in the ball game. Shot is good from Feliciano. And now Griffin to Key. Key to slow it down. Key to Amat. Amat rejected. Goes out of bounds. And it will be out. It looks like it will be Eagles ball. Watson on the inbound. He gets Reynolds. Reynolds on the pump. He's going to hold on to it. Pull up Jay. No good. Griffin. He gets the foul and he'll go to the line. So another foul for Feliciano. 53-2, 10ths of a second to go. Here at the Curry-Hicks cage, what has truly been an exciting night for basketball on both sides. Two great games, and of course this one. Always great to see this rivalry. And great performances all around as both teams put up a fight. However, this game is yet from over. 53 seconds to go. And there is the first one up and good. 10-point game now. So Johnson comes in for a mop. And for the Beavers, Naylor comes in. And Griffin, first shot, or second I should say, sorry. No good. He gets his own rebound. Watson gives it to Martinez. Martinez gets fouled. They're gonna go to the line again. So now Martinez to the line. Shot is no good. And now here is his second attempt. It'd be a Key shot to get down. Can't get it to go either, but Key grabs it. And it looks like they're going to try to just keep running that clock. Martinez. And stolen by Haywood. They call a foul. Haywood, first shot is good. Feliciano comes in for Martinez. Second shot is good from Dickerson. Watson escaping the traffic, and he gets fouled at the end. So now Watson goes to the line. Watson's first shot is good. And now that 8-point lead once again. Can't get the second one, and they're going to do it again. Griffin hitting Rosario on the bench. And 33.4 to go, as Putnam's going to move the chains quickly. As they find Green. Green to go quickly. Nice pass to move it. And it goes out of bounds. They'll give it to the Eagles. And Griffin just unnecessary fouls on both sides. 15 seconds to go. You're just going to send them to the line again. And so now Watson. First shot is good. 69-60 now. Second shot is good. And that puts a 10-point lead for the Eagles. And the pass, shot no good. And to end it off, 3 seconds to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, 2.4 seconds to go left in this ball game. Eagles ball on this inbound. The launch to Watson. Watson, he's going to let it run out. And, ladies and gentlemen, your boys, Division I Western Mass State final champs. The Springfield Central High School Golden Eagles defeat the Springfield Putnam Beavers in what was a great matchup, 70-60, your final score. You're tuned in to Focus Springfield. This was Cyril Zanetti on the play-by-play action. Thank you for watching.